We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Up to the 20. Now, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. This a 2nd and 8. Now Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Browns at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Yeah, he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try the air now with Watson. And it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Odafe Owe drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. The collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Dobbins.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Jackson will keep it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-heads.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Well, now they'll try the end around. Gets past one man. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
There he goes, right side. He may go. Nick Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 75. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
89 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now Dobbins again on second down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they remain a few inches shy of the first or third down. That's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
And I just wonder on the other side of the ball, they just challenge the big guys up front. This is short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction. I was able to track the ball in another.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10. Right where the set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Watson on first down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat. Has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to pull them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and snap and again to Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Cover 5 line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And he is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here for their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. Now Jackson. Little short pass here to Hill. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now Jackson on second down. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It would be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. Powers through. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 29. 128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Touchdown, Browns! Jordan Akins
tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Miles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that. Andrews. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football. Bunch today, 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's 1st and 10. Watson to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw, Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 39-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Here's Watson.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. One last shot at the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over.